The Frontline with Kwikwanan, only on CTV.
The Frontline investigation into the activities of the South Chief of the Igbo community, Chukwudi Jude, has uncovered a series of disturbing revelations. A Ghanaian in her 40s, now residing in Germany, has come forward alleging that she had a relationship with Chukwudi Jude in the early 90s. According to her, the relationship resulted in the birth of a child she claims he has refused to acknowledge or take responsibility for. To this very day, as emotions, questions, and long-buried memories resurfaced, tonight we delve deeper into this harrowing account and examine the truths behind the allegations. I am Kweku Anan, and of course tonight we're coming to you live from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV. Definitely across dozens, all with the feed tonight. We start with the one in Sunyane. The dial is 88.1 FM. And of course, we move straight to Western region. The dial is 99.1 FM. London is lifting it on GOB broadcasting on modernghana.com and tune in still on GOB. The feed is on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. The information super dial tonight is lifting it on both channels, my CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana. My CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana. Of course, this time we have decided to split the network so you can get it on both networks, of course, and that's a very cool one. But like I say all times, remember to subscribe to both. Subscribe to the Frontline Ghana and my CTVGH. The Frontline Ghana and my CTVGH, so you can watch it here. We've just splitted it, so when you come on my CTV, you see some people there watching. When you're on Frontline Ghana too, you see people there watching. But then the most important thing is subscribe to the channel, so if one goes down, one remain, and then you are cool to go. Folks, tonight all this plus the interactive segment on a WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. All the messages is quite piled, but we will definitely sort it out before anything, until happen. Definitely, I know you've brought quite a number of messages, folks. The much anticipated, the Frontline expose tonight. We are at your doorstep. What is coming? Now, this is an expose that is taking off with the maiden edition tonight. And you have to be very, active. Be with us, be with the Frontline, the nation's biggest investigative magazine show. And of course, where the events happen, where it happened, how it happened. The Frontline, your reliable news source. We definitely becomes your reference point and your reliable news source. I'm quite sure about 2 weeks ago, or a little above 2 weeks ago, yes. And we started informing our listeners and viewers here in Ghana and around the world to gauge the space that we have some expose to, as it were, to run before we go for the Christmas break. And against the backdrop, we have written a letter to the self-styled, self-imposed, the man who called himself all sorts of names, Chukwudi Jude, to answer questions. Tell us why this is this, why this is that. And folks, what was this letter to Chukwudi all about? I know many of you have had a tidbit of the story already, and we did that intentionally. Now, a Ghanaian woman in her 40s, 40 plus, speaks to the Frontline exclusive and says, somewhere in the 90s, let's a short summary, because the bigger side of the story will be coming. But tonight, we are starting the part one on one premise, that lesson. Now, this woman speaks to the Frontline and says what? Yes, somewhere early 90s, She was at 19 years. And then she met this Nigerian man. And this Nigerian man apparently, she together with this Nigerian man. And at the time, the Nigerian guy called himself Prince Owell, according to the name this guy called himself. Went into some form of relationship with this guy, right from somewhere Swedru in the central region. Then subsequently, both ended the relationship here in Accra. And this self-styled Prince Williams, according to the woman that the guy calls himself, was living somewhere in Dakuman. And I'm sure many of you know Dakuman. Dakuman, precisely within the enclave of the late Rambekli. I'm sure many of you recall. Rambekli was like a ritualist, sort of. Rambekli. Rambekli died, I don't know how many years now. I think more than a decade now. Rambekli. Those of you who knows Rambekli. Rambekli was living around the Dakuman area. So according to this woman, that was where this Nigerian guy calls himself Prince Williams was living. So this is where she comes to, she visits this very guy there and all of that. Mind you, the relationship started from Swedru, but I'll not go too much into what exactly happened at the Swedru. All will surface as we go along. Now, the lady says what? She alleges that as the relationship, continues, she later realized that she's pregnant for this Nigerian guy called Prince Owell. So, telling the supposed Prince Owell about the pregnancy, I think that wasn't a good news for this guy. All until later she delivered. And when she delivered, the supposed Prince Owell disappeared and resurfaced on the very day the child or the baby, that was to be named, the naming ceremony. Then this supposed Prince Owell surfaced. And when the Prince Owell surfaced, Prince Owell brought a name to her to name, the baby with that name that Prince Owell brought to be named after the girl. And what was the name? He said, according to the lady alleges that this Prince Owell told her to name the girl after, Linda Grace. And she said, why Linda Grace? I mean, Linda and Grace, what is this for? Well, according to this woman, she picked the name, decided to dump the name somewhere. Then she continues that this Nigerian guy called Prince Owell took the baby from her. And right there, she observed that the guy was performing some ritual, held the baby's leg, and was performing some ritual on the baby. And quickly, she took the baby from this Prince Owell. And that was it. Now, the Prince Owell now tells the lady that, listen, me, I'll be traveling. I'll be going to Canada to pursue some greener pastures. But what it is that I cannot marry you. As far as my hometown or where I come from in the Igbo land is concerned, they will not allow me to marry a foreigner like you, no. But however, I am going to Canada, and when I go and all things being equal gets well, I'll come back and take care of my baby. But as for you, do not focus that you and I have any form of marriage or sort of. According to the woman, this is how the woman narrated. It's a whole story, and we are going to have time. We are going to have time this week go into the full out of this story. Now, this Prince Owell supposed to be that of whatever is going to Canada or no go to Canada, whatever it is. The guy disappeared, according to the lady. She disappeared on the radar. Now the woman again says there was a very close friend to this Prince Owell who was selling mobile phones at La Paz. So many times she'll go to this guy, also a Nigerian, cell phones at La Paz. She goes there to inquire whether, you know, he has heard of his friend and that's how the, you know, his friend is doing in Canada and all of that. And then the friend will be, you know, twisting issues left, right, and center, to the extent that even this friend to that of Prince Owell later tried to, you know, have an affair with her. So she decided not to go there again. And according to this woman, this Prince Owell disappeared completely off the radar until the issue of Ghana-Nigeria tension started. Then, lo and behold, somebody pop up only to see a face, an image, and this image is no other person but that of the what? The Prince Owell she once had a relationship with. According to the woman, she alleges this serious allegations. Now, the interesting part of this is we began to, you know, interrogate her furthermore. Do you have the child's image and all of that? She said yes. And Kweku, your platform is an investigative platform. So you have to go full out, pursue this. And I am daring the Chukwudi man to come out. According to the woman, she said she is surprised, completely shocked and awe to now see and hear that, and this her allegation, that the man is not called Chukwudi Jude. He is called what? Prince Owell. So her surprise to hear, and now to, you know, hearing all, you know, within Ghana, everybody is calling this man, or the man himself is calling himself what? I am a king, I am this, His Royal Majesty, and all sorts of useless, foolish names that we have been hearing. How? No, that's not the name. This is the real name he pronounced to me. Really? Now, the woman went further to disclose another guy through this guy, let's say, was the special purpose vehicle on his, you know, on his move. Chukwudi got to Ghana. He mentioned the name of the guy, and we are holding the name of this guy for some reason, because there's a lot going on. Folks, it's a very interesting thing. Now we have access to this child that was born allegedly by these two people, and we've done our own thing. Atasa. Atasa. Oh my goodness. Folks, this expose that is coming is going to interest you. Now, so on the basis of all of this, we decided that no, this platform is a well-respectable and very professional. So what did we do? We decided that we have to write a letter to Chukwudi Jude, table some 10, 11 questions to him to answer. Then on the flip side, we also intelligently, we did something. We made the woman to come out to trigger portion of the story out there, which I believe many of you have listened to that story. But I'm sure you heard, you are aware. I never mentioned it. What I said was there was an expose coming. But we decided that the woman, we triggered a portion of that story out there. And guys, can you hazard a guess what happened? Just as the woman, we triggered the portion of that story, in no time, the household of the self-styled, self-imposed Chukwudi Jude came out quickly and issued what? Issued a response that Chukwudi knows, I mean, he doesn't know any Ghanaian woman claiming to be this, blah, 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 blah. He is not this, he is not that, he is not all of that. Before then the woman would do this, we have written a letter to him, asking him to answer the following questions. And guys, it has taken Chukwudi Jude, this man and his people, about 3 weeks or so to answer. Until just last week, they brought what looks like, listen on, what looks like, what seems like, purporting to be that of, he has responded to the letter we wrote to him. Hey, so all this while, what were you doing? What was Chukwudi doing? But we'll go deeper into that. You need to know. Why were you so quick to come and issue something out there in the information superhighway that, oh, you don't know anything about this, blah, blah. But when a reputable media house wrote a letter to you, and that is taking you more than what, a week to respond, how? Folks, I want you to go deeper. After the information superhighway, he knows perhaps the woman doesn't have a direct access to, so it is easy to just come and issue something and then run away. But the media house is also picking one side of the story, asking you the following questions, answer, and it has taken Chukwudi Jude. You know why? Indeed, when we tried to even bring him on board, there were so many issues going on, such as perhaps we were just about trapping him into something. And me, Kwekwe, my platform, trapping you for what? So you know what? There is a politician, we don't want to mention his name. Apparently, this politician played a role or wanted to play a role. Listen, Ghanaian, this politician wanted to play a role in the very first story we did, if you recall, about the Turkish man. And we told the politician that we've asked Chukwudi to come and he's refusing to come. He said, oh, really? I said, yes. But this one, we spoke to the politician, we said, tell your man, this is he needs to answer. Then, according to the politician, Chukwudi told him that no, he may not, things doesn't seem too clear for him as far as he coming closer. So he told the politician we should give the questions to him to bring it to him. And the politician took the question on our official letterhead. Oh, official letterhead. Answer the question. Tonight, you are going to see whether Chukwudi answered the questions or he did not. And again, the question remained, why did he refuse to answer the questions according to the way the questions were written? And he refused to answer it. But he was quick enough to what? Go out there and answer. We made the woman, we triggered that. That was our intelligence operation. That was our modus operandi. He went there fast to answer the woman. But when we wrote to him, hey, it took him 2 weeks, some days. Folks, tonight, this is a special edition, the Frontline Investigate. We will be going into this story, part 1 tonight, Wednesday is going part 2, Friday part 3, and we are going because it's a deep. I can only tell you guys, brace yourself, and you will have to call a friend, call a brother, call a sister, so that you can get the import of this story. Do not sit somewhere later, come and call me, Kweku. Oh, I've heard that you are doing some expose. Please, I'll not even have time for you. Just if you are watching me on your television, from today, Monday, be glued to your set. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, until we end. Okay, guys, so that we see all of that. Now, still on the bill tonight, I'm sure you've heard, but then this is going to be our major story throughout the whole of this very episode as far as the Frontline Investigate is concerned, coming like a tsunami. Guys, I'm sure you've heard of this, that a Nigerian guy, another lunatic Nigerian, had killed a Nigerian national, a woman and her daughter in Nigeria, and quickly ran to where? Ghana. And he was hiding somewhere in the Achim area. And just yesterday, the Ghana Police Service has busted this crook. I'm sure you've heard of this. Have you seen? This is why we continue to drum home, telling our government that this ECOWAS kind of business will not, cannot, may not inure to our benefit. Had it not been because of we are all, we are all signatory to the ECOWAS. This Nigerian guy, this armed robber criminal, would he be able to run to Ghana? Yeah, you see, now it is, I don't know how I should put it, but all the ECOWAS countries have become crime scenes. Oh yes, all the ECOWAS nations have become what? Crime scenes. Because if this guy commit a crime in Nigeria and then he can see Ghana as a safe haven and run and come and hide here for how many days, weeks, months, until some, intelligence-led operation will lead to his what? His arrest. How are you going to arrest the people if they commit crimes, including even here in Ghana? And the crimes Nigerians are committing here and other foreigners. But let's stay a while longer with those within the ECOWAS, treaties and the crimes they are committing here. Can you imagine? So now, I'm sure many of you would now understand why we continue to drum home, let's get out of this ECOWAS. It's not going to help us. Folks, a lot is coming tonight. Tonight, the front line build up on the biggest expose coming next year on the body of Christ is on suspension for now until this expose will be done. So those men of God, you can take a rest, okay? But when we finish, we'll come to the build-up before the year, because there's something I'm going to point it out to Ghanaians before we go for the breaks. Folks, let's get started. And I dream ya banaba inibri womu papa. Said I make a canina. May born a tough and a summarize yamawa. Neme din kai den abo amaniye da say frontline expose ke CB nam kwemoba. And nana dream ye be passa expose huntama. Chere say Mami woye Ghanaian sebe ote ne baby wo amanone na asemi na ne sen mami ekwan a okeka ne nsemi ne kire se no wedi 19 na kire se wone eye Nigeria ni bi enya enkuta ho according to mami kire se Nigeria ni abranti Edin a odi free Nigeria by obeka gu na sum ne se ne ye friend Prince Owell. Prince Owell na danfo bi pa o e na oni ni free Nigeria by na danfo ni ye pese e hold the name. Na maami kika ne nsam kire se oni papa yi ebenya improvement relationship bi eden ekoso. Sa relationship we according to the woman started from a year Swedru in the central region and omudi bi Accra. Na ebro mo bae no eye Prince Owell na ote bronne ben a na ote eye Dakuman ho na ote no eben saa papa yi a kane no na chese oye ye tutrasam kakre ya me fan se owuye samoka ye ora Rambeckley saa area ho na ote for some reasons bi no me mpese me bien sem ni na so because the woman would yet time we are making all provisions for her because story nika craving ye more the babontin but on the front line you bet trigger the whole expose nti me nkope se me yi enema na piepie so no ama me no ye de ne beba ahomaso now Prince Owell according to mami one no ewo mu na chese nyinse ne ba nti nyinse ne ba na chese Mami ni nebusuafo na ehu se de abani to omo hwe se omo hwe kwan se sa Prince Owell beba forward wa ma forward na kire se mami ne ye den o deliver according to mami o deliver no e na wo mo twen se Prince Owell ebeba na wo mo abeye de so me eno so omo hwe ya wa ma enti ebra wo mo ye so omo beto abofra ni din abofra no yo ba o ye baby girl enti omo ye so omo beto abofra ni din no Ena this supposed Prince Owell oye den oyiniti eno obae ma me ni kire mi se time oyiniti a obae no oba no odidi bi no de bae se yemfa sai dinu yemfa nto akra no odidi ni bre ma me na according to ma me no edin ode bre no no o say yemfra abofra no Vincent Linda Grace Linda Grace is saying no so no omuntimi mfre nti oni de edin ni keke no ye den ogiye eno ano no to ogi din no e na ode din to baby then ogi abofra no no hu se no sa Nigeria ni Prince Owell a start say oye nyankoma die bi wo abofra no onima de kon wo ye but according to my no chese oje abofra no efiri ni nsem na obọ mpaye egu abofra no so and that's it. Ena Prince Owali ka kire ne se ono de opeso otu kwan ko Canada na okohwe ne shebrem so obenya daachi ye die bi beba na abrabo mu a ye die bi ba na abrabo mu a ono no oba behwe ne ba na emum ono ma me mo mfa ne ni nto no so se ono ne wa aware sense ono ne krom Igbo mem ho no ofi Igbo ho no ye ma ne kwa ma ne nware foreigner no nti ho na eniama yere ode esi ho eno anu we hu papa na bio na according to mami Sir Prince Owali so adamfo pa oni ne nam na adamfo baako bi so ka ho a ono nso ni din wo ho me mpese mebo na oton mobile phones e wo La Paz nti okọ ne ho all the time no we bisa ne say na what wa adamfo ne ka na wo sere den according to mami ni chirim say later kran na che say Prince Owali adamfo yi enya no a na che say one ne betwempna no hu say no de ekọ no say otwe ne ho firi omo wanti Sir Prince Owali nka biom and asema ye kan in the 90s 95 92 95 ade ba no ohona sa asemisi ubenya bibia clear but forgive me say me mema just a summary enti mami keka ne nsem wie no kiremu say afi wanti papa nka biom dia obehu ne say na anua Ghana for any Nigerians yenya ne beja onkohwe nipa no a ye say a self-styled self-imposed Igbo ni bi abagana says onkohwe papa ya debi according to the woman all your allegations say sa Nigeria ni wey and on ne ye den enya sa anyankofo ya ema akola epiemu ebae what neba ne sense say ye fro Chukwudi Jude how and yeni dino no ni diankasa the Prince Owell as the woman alleges. Wow. Okay, no problem. And community ye ni dibia and if ye ne say ye pushi ba me say bra from information we kitu be beto abonten ye ya de. Enti all the information be ba no or de beto on that time ne ya tro krata e de akoma Chukwudi Jude say onyinsem we fo we onyinsem fo we onyi anomaye. But yehwenwa so be ya no onyi no ontimi yi asem na no na wotwe days ebeguso na wotwe aba kwa na ekọ nemom maame na ye pushi na ne bede odi information kitu beto wo no eno de Chukwudi aye ntam akwakọ yi sa asem na no say hey onim hwe o ye mfre ni say ede onim maame no ba bia na ye de ne ye de ama na de oso wo yi ano till say na anua e na odi anu yi odi aba Ghana for na anu yi no odi aba no kra no ye me bisa me ho ne say anso anu yi e na odi bre platform we ana say den ubehu say anu yi odi bre ya ubehu say ye de ana nye ye de nsem na ehu pa tonight is coming on a special edition, the Frontline Investigation. Of course, we call this edition the Editor's Bench or Editorial Bench. Of course, Executive Producer Yao Yamba will join me on this show tonight, and then Director of Research Eno Kofi Ejiri would also join me to do some very in-depth perspectives and analysis. You be being some 2 letters ni nara the etrode koma Chukwudi Jude ye be kan achiro. The also response supposed response or the by ye be kan achiro, and then we'll make the critical out. Ye be being some no we who say ehina papa yi ofri awoba. What is it that this man has to hide? A dear no person this year, a dear tinama on timinya bowl, no yin sembiano. A ne crack. Sir, Chukwudi Jude ba Ghana. One Ghana ni baba bewo. I'm on any bewe, you know. Irresponsible part on him. Or Ghana and crack. Is it true that Chukwudi Jude was earlier being called what? Prince Owell and the crack? Is it true? These are top allegations, yet they are level against him. Is it true? Sir, me a friend of Prince Owell. Why not any free Nigeria about Ghana? Your friend is saying, so answer me now. Ye bisano. Now obeti anu ye the buy. Very, 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 very fascinating, pretty fascinating, folks. But you see, the regrettable side of it is that say I ne kre say enye ne kre me kwaku mimi ni hobi. But how many days, weeks, months, years Chukwudi has been in Ghana? On one kasa keninu masem. On one kasa stated on record the year of the bar Ghana that he came here in the 90s. What it means that he's been here for like a little above 2 decades. So calculating the woman per our investigations, any baby a mini free banner, so many things could fuse together. And my worry is that adenti any de krata bro. You claim to be a king. A king I won't pay him guasia or sunti. Ya de krata brewa. A debe na a kapapa way. Montimin ka assembly nukrese. Way and a crack. Way and a crack. Folks, ube hu krata no de buy ni munsem. Brace yourself. Still on the bail, folks. They are sure say what's the enra. An unscrupulous, you know, Nigeria ni bi ekokum. Onwa nedien. Onwa ne Nigerian woman. We kokun wo Nigeria abiekuta. Wa abduct mami ene ne babao. O abduct wo mu wie no. Se ope die free mami no so eden. We ku mami ne ne ba. Okun mu wie ya wa ye no huntem we dwane abehye Ghana. Mahu. Mahu nsem ne bia ye ka kire Ghana mpenifo Ghana mpenifo empese o meti se he Samu ECOWAS a full useless ECOWAS now. Samu yi Ghana free mu anche beboy. What say the whole of the 36 states, the entire Nigerian state, 36 states in Nigeria. This Nigerian guy couldn't hide in any of them. Where did he go or where did he run to? With Ghana. Just yesterday, an intelligence-led operation helped the Ghana police to arrest this guy. Eastern region, baby. Sisi omu process no edina ma Nigerian authorities. Mahu nsem na ebi ni no. Nsem na ye kan ebi ni o. Mahu we did boni na wie no and when you're the first time we have so many reports of hardcore Nigerian criminals. Edi boni wa Nigeria wa all that they do is to run to Ghana and come and hide. Some of them have come to buy properties, big houses, and they are all what? They are thieves, rogues, criminals. They are hiding here. And all sorts of nefarious activities. And Omoyewa. Ebini Chukwudi Jude, knowing that what he's doing here in Ghana is completely untenable. It is against the fundamental laws and structures of this nation. In the sense that here in Ghana, you can't call yourself a king. But then guess what? It's been how many days, weeks, months this issue started. He's been double standard here and there. Double standard. Today I'm this, tomorrow I'm not this. Even though, as we know, that the Igbo community here in Ghana have disowned him, he still continued to what? Carry himself. That is what? He's still the rep of the Igbo community in Ghana. That's the most regrettable part of it. And you see, guys, as I speak to you, the entire Nigeria, 36 states is blazing. Monte said Nigeria, why deja? On the back of this guy, who was what? In fact, earlier they were to sentence him to death. But I think the judge was on the brighter side of life, so they decided to give him life imprisonment. And that is Nnamdi Kanu. Monte, one of an Igbo activist and also a Biafran, has been sentenced to what? Life imprisonment. And ever since, the whole Nigeria, deja. These are what? A group of foolish, irresponsible, useless animals who don't have any good thing to do, who don't have anything. Animals. They are completely baboons, cocoons, and what? Apes and sheep and goats and cows. Because they don't have the sense. Ain't got sense. Now, this guy called Chukwudi will be here and has decided to build all that of his empire here in Ghana. If he's a correct guy, absolutely a lunatic. He's not. Because, listen, we all travel and then when we go, we get something, we come back and build. Why? He's all Nigerians. We're asking him, why are you on somebody's land, building empire on somebody's land? How? Whereas you have your back home, you have your Anambra state and all the Igbo township that you can go and do development there. But go there and see. The whole Anambra state has been deserted on the hills of what? Stupidity, foolishness. They are killing themselves and eating themselves, using their flesh for what? Agushi stew and agushi soup. animals. They are eating themselves. Fools. So they find Ghana, yet they are stupidly calling Ghana a small country. Yet they are here. He's living in East Legon, comfortably living there. He's in East Legon, living so comfortable. Fools like that. And he will come and sit on Ghana's national television and tell Ghanaians, oh, Ghanaians are uncultured. Ghanaians are this. And we can you imagine? Ghana for, and I brace yourself. Police for are arrested in Nigeria anyway. As is your mobile processing Edenama Nigerian authorities. Now be says Ghana authorities more than a more found. Boom, Wabesha D Boni Omidio Hakradi you and a crowd in Kamasep. Well, folks, bring you tonight is the editorial bench tonight with my executive producer coming in, director of research coming in. A serious matter. Ye being some so tonight, Wednesday, Friday, and then the next. So, folks, without much delay, up next will be Ghana Speaks Proudly, brought to you by Biogas Expert Engineers. Mr. Ushem social media no so Trasudin emum frewunie bi from wadamfo bi ni na no ye den ye journey expose no. What I say? Ushem wo television so utimi frewunie bi say Jack. Hwe na Nigeria for nsem na no ye de ne ba. Afi the expose ni de beton. Eni me bu ma ye de ate ye be run next year. But this expose where they see a title fast. Ghana Speaks Proudly, brought to you by Biogas Expert Engineers. Idumako here. Christmas imu aye kwe and a holiday kakra bebe ni pese wo spending holiday now de ye nyama nyama nkitin bi de ben ma bohu de rugusu bohu de ru kire se ade bi ti se borehole a me stress nche wunye bi wo fia ebe bo pa o borehole we betimi aboa ma chese wetimi service ensure access to water, okay, access to water with our Ghana water dams and then as for being threatened by illegal galamseys and then for just take your time na ye borehole e wo fie na wanka say use and yes anso especially mo amwa ma no ne no a mo pese efie asomdwe ba no mesro contact biogas for na biogas for nso metu borehole kese pa wo semasa asibizo a nipa wo ho a ye metu bi wo ho na nipa na mo ho no enye den enton sa ensuo no ma wo mo a wo ebehia wo hwe wo biogas for na be fie ho a asase no mu hia e de etu borehole no asase na eketu e bi se te se men sei don say pe wo what I say no mo de drill na show no mo etu ye wi ane amount septic tank ni si wenu ano no you are cool to go mo beton nsu ye ton nti wo de toka e de abama ye de ka na ye adwuma na ye di scan na de a service fie no emwa ma ye metu borehole na wo muntimi nton na bibia nya come out me na make we chiro na obenya mfaso sonko papa obetimi atron abro chiro kran one monitor by ye mounted cameras no ne ade so no ebiom mo nso a mo ye den mo into block factories and mutual blocks and now mpo say wo big site a mo sisi dan na say for every day bia o ma tanker ekọ emu be enwotwe anase edu nsuo nkwa o ye kotwe de aba ma mo de mix cement no mesrawo bomode an ye den ma borehole ye metu bi wo site enfema ye tu de ma wa ene be carry through bibie mu a chese enyo how ema kra what I say into site wo no ubetimi enya wo borehole e de mix events and o mortar na o de twa blocks ni easy to go monso a mosisi modern ne ade and also ebetimi aboa ma edwuma na very very easy na wa cut cost of it there o de tankers ne kwa kwasesa ensu efri kwan tenten fuel enemne ye to nsuo kanina abom ni nano fa betu borehole no site and you are cool to go still on the bill and shadow so say you see dynasty we are ade bi uma see ye wo dynamic special power and a state of technology aba kanena kire say ye ya na imported tiles ni free himfa Turkey and I say Italy and I sumpo say e bi di kofa na Germany na no say ye jaye importation of tiles is no longer something ye ni biom kire say state of the art technology na bagana and no ye na come bi o papa bi na the air and says tiles we oh my goodness ebi ni baby biogas for so na yeteso akwaku manu nti me no omo de bia ye bibia ye na kama na wo hwe tiles we ya ye mawa ye beye wo dem ho wo living room wo bedroom and all the rooms area na afini about compound and then you find the compound tiles and industrial one and yet bricks a yes shenwa ye na ifu APP from near the no and then say about differently come at compound one. Oh my goodness ye yamawa who cars bear and what trick with you how to me park also bulldozer caterpillar cranum near there wait me park also empire and your shame afi ye science so industrial one on the say more running supermarkets retailers including very saying a year more running fuel stations for the avoidance of oil spillage. Ye be task will have oil be go easy near paper. Ahoina aye neat come. Ate inti say was shopper ye ba be was shop okay corporate bodies corporate entities near the banks nemne very saying afi brunye be I saw them wo and sorry no leku su ena leku susu for monso ebetimi abeye bi wa saw them wo e de amamo fefefe wo yi design ne kama wo hwe we say ye ni a we ubetimi oba betimi agina crab pons ewom betimi de aye mirror hwe we so ya en fefefe very neat and beautiful is no na wetimi ahwe nti ebetimi abeye we wo I saw them wo de amount na wonim the brighter side of it is this. So, see your so funny image at the camera. You bet me a image or image or tile. Now, tiles need be my yeah, flat. It be so my upper see a divide. To say normal tiles. To say the wish was screening so and you bet me so open a raw so to say a blue color way so and you to me depending on the style I open near and fair at the amount. Take note, bombarding. Biogas expert for your bedros near yama fair now winning the beauty of the stars and say ye be painted so ye painted so color ye now see a painted so mau na a bia bosume makum you be now see and color of the painting as well ye babe sister at the amount one time and cratch for na mope in kacheno ye beating up a sister at the amount into biba will feel say na kwado e ban saying what's here to 2,000 yen to 2 when him said tete tiles no ye yamawa na se ba kumpo paya just you chi ansa na ye original nene nso e etwam we empire no empire enya hwe eno an say bi empire enya hwe the difference ye betimi ayamo an say ye besesa paint ne color ne pe na eno nso so no che say hye wonum nyam kama che say e fa yie nso eno pe intime sell biogas for your numbers in the good screen so about me contacting with 055 589 3001 and 0546 205377 0546 205377 and 055 589 3001 with him number see me nu na no e wo WhatsApp so na say oba wo frɛ na we nya ya che say your site into the WhatsApp so na yeden na send WhatsApp message am I why bodin bibia oni ye edin komono efri no na ye be contact oni de bibia no atutuna kwemu e de amount so save biogas number si e wo phone so na de here dem no ye no edi enkomo up next still on Ghana Speaks will be politics of today. Now tonight on politics of today the Frontline Investigate unveils its much long investigation into the disturbing activities surrounding the self-styled, self-imposed Chukwudi Jude upon his arrival in the country in the early 90s. Allegations suggest that he entered into a relationship with a Ghanaian woman, now in her 40s. According to her, she and the self-styled, self-imposed Chukwudi Jude began their relationship in Swedru, in the central region, which later continued in Accra, specifically at Dakuman in the enclave, once associated with the late popular ritualist Ram Beckley. According to the woman's narrative, she later became pregnant for the self-styled, self-imposed Chukwudi Jude. After the birth of the child, Chukwudi Jude was nowhere to be found. The woman alleges he disappeared until the day of the naming ceremony, which Chukwudi Jude suddenly reappeared. She claims Chukwudi Jude attempted to name the baby after a name called Linda Grace, including an attempt to perform a certain ritual for the child through holding the baby's leg. In all of the above, the Frontline, together with its sister investigative organization called the Hawk Investigative Limited, which powered the Frontline show, formally wrote to Chukwudi Jude requesting that he answer the following questions for greater clarity and transparency. The American na sichirene se makachiro deda. Nde ba sa no ya chro krata de akoma Chukwudi Jude. Now, my main cast me of which many of you don't know, and I have to say it quickly. Frontline we company kesia ebo frontline program we ebo ne ban anase oye bad time kesia frontline ne shase no. It's another investigative company called the Hawk Investigative Limited. The Hawk Investigations Limited, yes. And on a frontline we shase. E yujumaku kesia womu ye investigations baby. Just so many both foreign and local. Woman na frontline we is see woman na so. Inti company no etro krata referencing the frontline at the command Chukwudi Jude. Na nadri ye be kosa krata ni mu ni akohwem. Ma me no so de ye ne no aye bibia wa ye krado a one Ghana for ebe bie nsam no so de ye akofa ba se eye ne kure enye ne kure say Chukwudi Jude gave birth to a Ghanaian child and allegedly refused to take care of that child and the cresa na sa adentino ntimi mie na nonka. Why anodi Chukwudi free Nigeria ebe Ghana has said, where is this fellow over here? Somebody the also, folks. But before we go through these letters, the letters of correspondence as I've indicated earlier, let's take you through or take you back, to the backyard of Nigeria for some sights and sounds, right? Me demo ko yebeba letters no so, but me yenko Nigeria ni yenko din komo bi e kokko. Ze Nigeria e beja wo. Hey, ohwa she rough. Following the incarceration, the life incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu, enyasem keto. Onwa papa ya se mobeka ya no na social media no so minima de ko ye no oye Biafra no. The one say Igbo for no mo including Chukwudi almost or proud to be a IPO whatever member. I saw Madrid in any age. Almost half papa ni general did the Nigerian court authorities. Nigerian court are sentencing to life imprisonment. Just say into Mukwaku Kunukra, name say judge in Humobro no de Amanesa, and on us spark an outrage in many of the Nigerian major cities are more de oho. But tonight, my young Koni Komobini and Shesem. Diana Koso Nigeria honum. Now, we begin with a Nigerian pastor who has fiercely lashed out at the authorities for allowing a terrorist group to continue attacking Christians in Nigeria. Osofu Nigeria on the Nigerian authorities ni nyanigidi pao ediaba asema make us say the US President Donald Trump and so atubia mane Nigerians say ekwan omuma a Christopher suffer in the hands of the terrorists. Onwa ba smart the US Marines na bura kromo na ojatana fire and fury womo de beto omo so on easy. But on the heels of this, a Nigerian pastor lashed out at the Nigerian authorities, criticizing them for their failure and to allow terrorists to continue to attack Christians in Nigeria. Take a listen to this.
Another church in Nigeria was just attacked. The pastor was abducted. At least 3 congregants were murdered. And Christians all around the globe are fed up with it. This Nigerian pastor, Dr. Paul Aneche, who pastors one of the largest churches in the world, has been calling for the Nigerian government to be held accountable for their lack of action. Watch this.
Already they have called us a disgraced nation on account of useless people in places of power. The disgrace is on your head and on the head of your generation. However God wants to do it, whatever is the will of God to do, national intervention, foreign intervention, whatever God will do, any way you will do it, Lord, do it. We have a terrible set of leadership, wicked human beings, blood-sucking demons in places of authority, who allow this country to degenerate to a point where outsiders are saying they want to come and help. 1 million people perishing means nothing. What a useless power that cannot secure a nation, power that can cannot help the people. Useless power. The disgrace is to the head of those who caused it. Those who need to be banished on exile. You don't belong to this country. Banish them. Those will be banished. Those who stolen properties must be recovered. All that they gathered must be recovered and returned back to the nation. It will happen. I'd like you to mark this down. This will happen. And those who need to rot in prison, quarantined in correctional center, so that their minds can be corrected.
Great. Now, there's a viewer. Sparker want to know what language Bena Ayana Mekano. Sparker, this is tongues, and I want to speak tongues. Lekusu is tongues. Lekusu or lekususu. Sparkle, are you clear? There's so many tongues though. Yeah, but I prefer this particular one. Lekusu or lekususu. That's the front line tongues. We have other ones. Ikikoma gadusa. Iko braka brakaku. So which one do you want? I'm sure you love the lekusu, right? Etimahu. Nigerian soften in your breach. I say a Christopher and you come Nigeria. Another Nigerian blogger has fiercely lashed out at his own compatriots and authorities, blaming the floodgates of chaos that are terrorizing Nigerians' image. Nigeria niankasa to be a man in Nigerians and say, hey, mo some phone amudien and no kahon and a Nigerians yaji di boni wo baby including Ghana. Yakoka mu say hey small Ghana. Yakoka mu say and some phone amudien e be day and a Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, Zimbabwe and other places. Wo mu fa yenimu twitwi from including Europe. Na send an asem no wo sisi so e dey amai. Listen to him.
I know after this video, I'll lose a lot of followers, but it's very fine. The moment you just wear this JC and you just carry this your Nigerian card, you are nobody in Africa. Nobody respects you. Why? Because we have the most useless leaders ever, and we have some useless Nigerians with no apology. Recently, 57 Nigerians were arrested in Ghana for human trafficking and internet fraud. The last time they went to arrest some girls too, for what? Doing hookup in Ghana, Olosho. Then when they talk, you see Nigerians defending rubbish. Are they not doing it in Ghana? Are Ghanaians not doing it? They are in their country doing it. If you want to do this nonsense, go to your country. Go to your country. You can carry somebody's daughter 5 years, 2 years, 3, bring to Ghana to come and teach the person rubbish, tarnishing the image of Nigerians. Tarnishing the image of Nigerians. Because when they catch you, they will not say Nigeria. They will not say one Nigeria. They say Nigerians. Putting all of us in one box. What type of nonsense is that? Then when we talk, you say, oh, when Ghanaians start talking, you say, small Ghana here. Now, 1 billionaire in Nigeria can buy Ghana, but you cannot buy light for yourself. You cannot buy security for yourself. You cannot buy good road for yourself. You cannot buy good leaders for yourself. Think. 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 It's time to wake up. Think. We are fooling. Think. What can Nigerian boast of? What can we, as a big country, what can we boast of? Apart from corruption, witchcraft.
You see? Ozzy, apart from what? Corruption and witchcraft. Nigerians, what can you boast of? I'm glad. Really, really, really much more than glad to hear that it's not Kweku Annan speaking. This guy is a Nigerian. Have you seen you guys? How hopeless, destitute, rubbish. You are like a rock to mop the floor. Some of you, these Nigerians hiding here. Oh, Sparkle, I've clarified for you. So now you are a member of the Lekus, okay? Lekus. What is the meaning of this? Well, one of the Nigerian movie actor has spoken out, revealing the grim circumstances confronting Nigerians today and how the challenges have become increasingly difficult for citizens to live peacefully among themselves in Nigeria following the life imprisonment of Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. Nigeria, according to this actor, this guy, na all kasan wutum se ne raho wohwe nyoma ekoso Nigeria just say sad grapes, sour grapes. Na nasem ne se Nigeria setena emoya dia womuntimi live so peaceful among especially the Igbo community, all because of what womu leaders ne nyoma mu yitia the Nigerian government. Listen to him, take a listen to him.
Always just had faith in Nigeria, hope in Nigeria. When everybody said Jackpot, I'm saying no. If everyone runs away, who's going to build the country? But it seems like as we just keep trying, as we keep making effort and keep lending voice, we go to toll gates, we cry, they kill us. You talk on social media, they come for you. Like, it's so discouraging. The most heartbreaking one now is Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know. If I say that I know what we would do, I'll be lying. And this season, I'm just literally asking God for strength. Strength for myself, my family, Igbos worldwide, Nigeria. Because this is not even about Igbos now. It's just a Nigerian problem. Nothing is working. I've spoken to a lot of people and they're like, oh, Forex is better. Oh, people, SMEs are working. People can do business. But what about people who don't have businesses? Is that the cocoa of the matter? This thing is not working. It's not working. And I genuinely believe that if the government had a heart for the people, in fact 10% of people in government had a heart for people, we would have seen more evident change. Security, the insecurity in Nigeria now, we cannot see that we don't have an iota of how we can solve this thing, because it's still Nigerians that are sabotaging the entire effort. The wickedness is just alarming. I don't know. How long would we keep crying the Nigerian cry? And that's what Nnamdi Kanu is being arrested for. He's been charged for terrorism. How? He's asking for Biafra. Yeah, because the Nigeria is not working. Igbos have been marginalized for just so long. You don't want Igbos to rule. You don't want Igbos to be part of the system, but you don't want to let them go. I've always been pro-Nigeria. Anyone who knows me, and it's always been about the Nigerian dream. But the Nigerian dream without everybody in the dream, how is it still a Nigerian dream? I've always been about unity. We need to... I don't want to hear about tribalism. I don't want to be a part of it. But the truth about it is there's a lot of tribalism. So this video is actually going to be becoming quite long, but this is not the reason I'm making the video. The primary reason for this video is just encouragement. Let's not let go of the button. What I've been asking myself is, if I feel this way, I have the money to jackpot if I want, I have the money to be anywhere in the world. If I'm feeling this way, how about the common man that doesn't have, that Nigeria is their last hope? Ejewe nawa anoro is in Nigeria. What about them? And those are the people I'm making this video for, to encourage you. It will be better. The Bible says, if a grain of wheat does not go to the ground and die, does not fall to the ground and die, this is how he says it, you will not be able to reap. Basically, it will not yield fruits. And I believe that's what's happening with Nnamdi Kanu. I'm really very positive that he'll be free. I don't know how, but this judgment is a no. Is no. So I just want to encourage you all, hang in there. Let's keep praying for Nigeria. People are saying, oh, we're praying too much. Because we don't know what else to do. Let's hang in there. Keep praying for Nigeria. It would get better. God bless you.
The guy spoke and it really touched me a lot. Yeah. He spoke very passionate, regardless. There are very decent Nigerians that just there are very, very decent Nigerians, whether here or there. But there are some Nigerians in Swat, they will continue to cause trouble for the entire Nigerian nationals, wherever, either outside Nigeria or where. Queen Warrior, I've noticed you on the lane. Queen Warrior. Queen, you are there. I've noticed you. Yeah, great guys. I've noticed all of you. Facebook, yes, I've seen you. John Ken, I've seen you. All of you, yes. And as Sparkle said, I think said now, Mopesemu to me said me a pastor Lekus rather than I want it the Nigerian way. Pastor. Call me pastor. Pastor Lekus. Pastor. Okay. I don't want your Ghanaian pastor seminar. They pen the Nigerian one. Pastor. A Nigerian content creator has issued a serious warning to neighboring countries, urging them to close their borders with Nigeria. What could be her reason for making such a bold statement? Nigeria ni bawe essay. Amayamaya woman in Nigeria, Eboshiano. Come on, Muntutu mo borders. Didn't no bekasa minim. Yenti ne reason tiama wakasa. Listen to her.
Nigerians and to all neighboring country around Nigerians, please lock your border. Every country around Nigeria, lock your border. So that when you lock your border, Nigeria will take harm and stand against this bad government. Nigerians, everybody needs to lock border against Nigeria so that Nigeria can wake up and do something. Everybody lock your border against Nigeria, because enough of all this nonsense. If in case you don't know that the problem of this man that just sentenced to prison, it looked like, oh, he's an Igbo man, we are less concerned. But do you know that a lot of bandits have already surrounded everywhere in Nigeria? Do you know that? Okay. They said yesterday, after they passed the judgment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 2 hours after his judgment, bandits enter Imo State. We never hear any news of any bad thing they do, but they say they already enter with bike. You know when they enter with their bike, you know what? You know the next gun. They started hearing gunshots in the night. We never hear where this thing happened, but bandit is already in Imo State. Now, they said they use a lot of cars to park. These Fulani guys enter Kwara State. Kwara State, they just attacked Kwara State. Recently, I think 2 days ago, they just attacked Kwara State. Now they pack some of them now to this place. Now, up till now, I'm still looking for how I can understand how they manage to get a law they use on Nnamdi Kanu, and they never see any law they are going to use against bandits. I tell you, these leaders, they are part of this bandit. This sophisticated weapon, is it sophisticated weapon these people are using. Even Nigerian army, they don't have it. They don't have it. And they want more Nigerian youth to die. That is why they want to recruit them in the army by force. Because you people, you are too much. Your problem is too much for them. So, now they want more Nigerian youth to come and, lay down their life so that the politicians and their children we have a good security system. Hey! Even if this insurgency in Nigeria, it doesn't affect the politician. But I don't blame Nigerian government. I don't blame them for this judgment they passed on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because of the negligence and the useless Igbo leaders. All of you are useless. Even with this Mama Ngozi, wear a cap. Always somewhere that want to fall down on her head. She's a Igbo woman. She opened her eye. They sentenced this man in prison. Whereas she is a Nigerian. She see how northern Nigerians have been protecting their bandit children from the rod of the federal government. The vice president is a Fulani bandit man, protecting his allegedly. He's always protecting them. I never see that one make you give one news or one speech. I don't see that one. That one don't have time. The vice president, he don't have time. He's always there to protect his children. He's there. Ah, God. I blame the Igbo leaders. All the Igbo politicians, all the Igbo big men, the useless Igbo big pastors, and you Igbo, you still go to their church. You are a fool. By now they're supposed to be closing their church. Close anything they want to close. Imagine this nonsense. He make video on media. You say it's not good. Okay, we can let's talk about it. You want to give him some sentence? Okay, give him sentence, but not life in prison. No. That video you make on media is not enough for life imprisonment. Whereas you have been pardoning bandits. You are pardoning bandits. Hey. Nigerian government is the problem of the country. Yeah. Allegedly. Because right now, if you talk, they will come and carry it. That is why Nigeria issue, I swear to God, how can I don't even know where to start from. Because this one is crazy. All the governors in the eastern Nigeria, they keep quiet. All the politicians, all the pastors, they keep quiet. All the local government chairman, all the chiefs, all of them, they silent. They think it's good for Nnamdi Kanu to die in prison. They already transfer him to Sokoto prison, to the Fulani prison. Yeah, oh Lord. Very soon they will not buy this, or they will say, oh, the man he was violent. They violate him in the prison and they unalive him in the prison. Nigerian, wake up and save your country from this nonsense. Bandits is everywhere in your country. At the end of the day, we are going to shout for all nations to shut their door against you. They will close their border. You will not be able to escape because you leave your country to die. You are leaving your nation to die. You don't want to speak. You don't want to stand up. You don't want to do anything. You are standing on tribalism in 2025. 2025. Does it mean the northern Nigeria is more better than the eastern people in Nigeria? No. This is inequality. This is how the problem of Sudan starts. Look, the tribalism.
Sure. One of my viewers asked any message, and that's the same guy, Sparkle. Sparkle, your message is like a prophetic, and I tend to agree with you. Sure. Deepo, see a message, no same. Very soon, Nigerians are going to ask for refugee status in Ghana. If it happens, Ghana, we are doomed. Ghanaians don't allow Nigerians as refugees in Ghana. More killings and more kidnappings. Sparkle, I salute you for this message. What the message we on? Muntio, may viewer no de buy. Sparkle and no the message we buy. And Joe, may say Nigerians are going to ask for their refugee status here in Ghana, as Sparkle is saying, and I agree with him. Who they move? Well, a Biafran activist in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu, has been sentenced to life imprisonment. This development has triggered a strong reactions among sections of the Igbo youth, with reports indicating violent reprisals and attacks against members of other tribes in parts of Nigeria. Papaya Yabubo Nidin Nnamdi Kanu ya sentence no mache say Igbo for no de sisi no ma sorry wo hono a enya asam kito reprisal attacks for Nigeria aye deja nipa titito wirem kwaye mesrem mipom enuyam nanchamum obi apebe bi nitiafa. Look at what is going on in Nigeria. Take a listen.
Yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu was declared life in prison. But today, see what happened today. After everything that happened yesterday, today we Igbo youth have declared that anywhere we see a Boki, we must fight them one by one. And it's happening live and direct now. And everybody's seeing it. Just come down and watch the video. Anywhere we see a Boki, as far as this is concerned, that Boki must go down. See the video.
And I don't know. Almost then, any one be they must pie. So anyway, pie means what? I see you kuno. Guys, Nigerians, Ghanaians. I'm going for a short break. And when I come back, the Frontline Investigates Special Edition, Editor's Bench, of course, with comments. Folks, this is the Frontline Show, the biggest investigative magazine show with Kwekwana. I'll be right back. For now. Great. Welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension. Of course, the Frontline Investigates Special Edition. Of course, in this edition, we examine the correspondence between the Frontline Show and the self-styled, self-imposed Chukwudi Jude, focusing on his alleged relationship that resulted in the birth of a Ghanaian child, one for which he's been accused of refusing to take responsibility. Folks, it's just about 15 minutes gone past the hour. Now, this is the Frontline Special Edition, the Frontline Investigates.
The day of reckoning is here. It is not the end of the world. It is the end of darkness and the beginning of light and truth. Something that has never happened before. After many years of undercover investigations on politics, religion, business, and more, it is time to blow the cover. Judgment Day comes for us all. Run or hide, live or die, you will be exposed. There is no rest for the wicked, only torment. Judgment Day with the legendary Kwekwana, only on the Frontline Show.
Great, folks. Welcome back to the Frontline Special Edition, the Frontline Investigate. Now, as I said earlier, F.I. Yidri, already you know the summary of the story. And like I said, Mamia One Papaya Odidi by Senior friend Prince Owell, and allegedly also now known to be that of the same Igbo Mani. Yenini bedim komo nyenne. Ya, komo ne kese no abepie nyenne na emum. Yene maame ne dim komo akwechire. At a point ye maame ne be trigger asem ne kakra bi de to ho. Then Chukwudi Jude ye fast. Oba no be deny papa says it's okay, no problem. At that time no ya trokrata de akoma Chukwudi Jude said asem we ni ye investigate inti bra na be boy na nya asem no munchiremu eranom edie 2 weeks eko 3 weeks ni am afi no de anu ye no de aba so bi say eba ne say no ye fast ko yi sa asem na no abonte ho na media house na ye investigation ontimi mfa answers ne mre. Yeah. Well, and agree, yeah, but yeah, the same. Krata, yeah, they come out Chukwudi Jude. No. Yeah, bedding. Yeah, the immune seminal air bama with TB. Why? Sure, until brace yourself. First, let's go through the letter the Frontline show wrote to Chukwudi Jude a couple of weeks ago. And then we examine the content, shall we? Now, Krata, yeah, the better screen is. Can we have it on the screen so that Ghana need to be one? Now, as I said earlier, this platform is being powered by this investigative company called the Hawk Investigations Limited. Womona, a power program with Charles our letterway. Now, letterway was written on 30th October 2025. Any a true Krataway. The Hawk Investigations Limited, P.O. Box WU683, Nyanyanu Road, 30th October, near Chokrataway. Now, the title, no, see any title, the your address, no. DSM, request for clarification on allegations. Now, here. The Frontline show, an investigative magazine program on CTV, hosted by the ace investigative journalist Kweku Annan, who also serves as the chief executive officer of the Hawk Investigations PI, is currently conducting an inquiry into certain allegations brought to our attention. Both organizations are collaborating to investigate matters of significant public interest and social concern. We have received a claim from a woman identified as Madam Gifty, a resident of Germany. She alleges that during the 1990s, she was involved in an intimate relationship with an individual known as Prince Owell, purportedly from Imo State, Nigeria. According to her, this relationship resulted in the birth of a child now in her late 20s, who was allegedly abandoned by the said Prince Owell. Madam Gifty asserts that based on recent images and videos circulating in the media, you are the individual she refers to as Prince Owell. To facilitate an accurate and impartial investigation, we respectfully request your response to the following questions. Ghana of way. Tia true we na fi ye den samwa ehu hia mebema investigation ye no enemu no mada ho no ye the questions ni bisa no. Afi yenko questions no so. Number 1. Have you ever been known by the name Prince Owell? Ye bisa no say anso e dey Prince Owell no e ye odi ani ye de frɛ wa bribi abesen kwa na. Number 2, do you know or have you ever had any dealings with an individual named Emperor? If so, in what capacity? Ghanaians. Say there are some names but yebeba so. It's a question. Have you been dealing with another individual by name Emperor? Emperor near wine. The allegations suggest say, Sir Emperor way or no, and what did Chukwudi eba Ghana? So ye bisano say whether Onimsa Emperor Abrante, according to the woman Emperor way and what did Chukwudi rule Ghana first in the 90s. Number 3, do you recall meeting a woman named Gifty at a quote, a tea and egg unquote joint in Agona Swedro in 1996? Because the woman alleged say in 1996 and was she as a Nigerian not offend her Prince Oweli or she no baby or ye tea, ye for tea and egg joint e wa Agona Swedro or no kuku shia no tea bizana say we show bisa wana. Number 4, did you at any point in 1996 reside in the home of Mr. Lawe in Agona Swedro? In Agona Swedro, did have any business dealings with Mr. Lawe? Now, according to our investigations, Sam Mr. Lawe way, allegations also has it said, only Chukwudi a business, business, or no Chukwudi who call business. Now, the following questions. If yes, did a lady named Gifty visit you there? Did you have an intimate relationship with her? Were you informed by her that she was pregnant and that you were allegedly responsible? Because of her and on them kuta hudine a shase e was a biaho ura Mr. Laweno or Agona Swedro. Number 5, have you ever lived in Fadama, Accra, behind Dr. Beckley's residence? Ye bisano say, and so da kuman hono Ram Beckley maybe a one what nasa be a hopena. Oh, where do you say a big deal? Okay, young queen anymore. If so, did you share accommodation with an individual named Bobby who was reportedly involved in the phone business at La Paz? Now, Nadam Funa na mesimi money ni dini bebano. Mami no okon hoko bisa na sise ayembia wate Prince Owell nkano ni dini ya bono. No ne sa Nadam Fu e friend Bobby no ne nya na net sa dining ewo ehimfam like friend say da kuman ho Nadam Fu Bobby susu obi a no ton mobile phones ewo La Paz edini ni we close up on Nema Bebre already. Now, number 6, did you ever suggest naming a child Linda Grace as the outcome of your relationship with Gifty? Ye bisane say anso mami or ye Ghanaian by I friend Gifty one in the war bano allegation say one in na wo what did be a friend Linda Grace kwa kwato abofra no na. Okay, young queen. Number 7, did you ever promise any lady that you were traveling to Canada and upon your return you would take responsibility for a child you had together? Ye bisane say one maame no edi nkomo bi say anso wo kwa kohwe wo hyebre mu Canada na wo pe yedie na eniama to yi a wo ba behwe abofra ne bibi sa akoso ana. Okay, number 8, did you travel to Canada? No. Number 8 now. Have you ever changed your name since relocating to Ghana? Ebisa say what's the same with Dimpeyana? Number 9. Did you travel to Canada? If you did, when did you travel and when did you return to Ghana? Ebisa no. And so wako Canada. Na uko ya da ben na obaye. Number 10. The lady in question is prepared to go for a DNA test between you and her daughter. Would you avail yourself for the DNA test? We trust and it's just saying, my minister, why you ready? Why you ready? Ready. My minister, why you ready? Sir, on the wo and then a banning nara. Or person DNA test. Why you ready now? God. And here, and here, we trust that you would accord this matter with prompt attention and cooperation, as your response would assist in establishing the facts surrounding these claims. Yes, and yes, Sunny, thank you for your kind cooperation. Yours faithfully, Enoch Ejiri, Director of Research, Hawk Investigations, PI, and the Frontline Show. Folks, now, Yanje, Yade Asemi Koma Chukwudi no. Later on, Chukwudi Jude sent what appears. Listen, Chukwudi Jude sent what appears to be a response to the Frontline Show. And folks, I walk you through this, shall we? Afi yewe Chukwudi Jude yawa and osma say yemfasa our response we enye den. Emra. Na sa response we or say eno ena eye den eye response a ode eye den ode ma the Frontline program. Hey, like seriously, folks. Mama walk you through me and share our response. No one can say T and ye. Now say kweku na papa asemi wo yano ana we yano. Now the question is, why would Chukwudi Jude run quickly to the information superhighway to respond to the woman? Because your mama trigger mama say he should go out there and put a small part of the story there. Quickly, Chukwudi has to go and respond. Why Chukwudi? Obe responding to eno na yen no wa responding and non-responding. This is the response at Chukwudi Edebaye. Shall we go through? Also disclaimer: false claims about Easy Chukwudi Jude. He need to say saying Shahab. Or say now or the way any bad where is the date? I'm trying to locate if there's any date here. Well, unfortunately, me who date be also. No. Me who date be also. Now share. Or say the attention of the office of Easy, Dr. Chukwudi Jude, he need to. The Easy in the Igbo in Ghana has what? Been drawn to false and malicious claims being circulated by a woman alleging that she has a child with Easy and that they once lived together in Swedru in the central region. We wish to categorically state that these allegations are completely false, baseless, and intended to damage the hard-earned reputation of Easy Igbo. For avoidance of doubt, 1, Easy Igbo does not know this woman and has never had any form of relationship or association with her. 2, Easy Igbo has never lived in Swedru in the central region at any point in his life. 3, Easy Igbo's name is Easy, Dr. Chukwudi Jude, Ihinitu, and not Prince Chukwudi Owell, as falsely claimed. If the said woman insists she has a daughter for Easy Igbo, she is challenged to come forward with the said child for verification and DNA. Hey! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Agronaso, 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 agronaso. Asema waka wa he na ne say or say wait Ghana Fontaine yo them I'm not the one going to do justice to this. Somebody is going to do it but my mama small clarity. Say so wo hwe krate ya bisa me say emu ne hene and all responded to the Frontline Show. Rather my many response no dey aba no. The Frontline dey ne minima the cross se ne bibi hunahuna no se bibi hunahuna no nemom wa kire mu ha se oni mami ni twaka bia oni ni nhia wo kwan bia so oni ni agro bia woni ni babia bebia ka bedure na afio se mami ne pese wo challenge a ene why ready for DNA test. Hey agrona so yedi be wie no say we strongly caution bloggers, media houses and social media users to desist from publishing or circulating these falsehoods, as well as as we shall take immediate legal and reputational action against any person or platform that publishes or amplifies fake stories about Chukwudi Jude. All media practitioners and members of the public are advised to cross-check and verify any information concerning the palace before publication. For clarification or an official comment, please get in touch with the head of communications at the Igbo Palace, Mr. Ronnie Gongo. So. We remain committed to promoting truth, unity, and peace within the Igbo community. A lunatic, a fool. This whatever Ronnie Gongo, a fool. This is what you people posted, sent to the front line. Now you there, you are Gongo, whatever your name is. You sit there and what you are saying is that what? Any media house or whatever that publish what? Will be taking legal action. You are a stupid lunatic. Okay? And I dare you to take an action right now. We dare you, take the action. How dare you? A respectable media house. We wrote a letter to you. Is this what you've addressed to us? Did you address to us? We were courteous enough to send a letter to you. Did you address this to the front line or the Hawk investigations? Guys, can I have the director of research, Enoch, on the line, and let Enoch deal with this matter, because that area is not my area. He's the director of research. Now, folks, show. One or two crat anyway, ASR Ronnie, whatever Agungus, our guy, you know, Ghana ni be in Crane, Abranti, you know. One we not seven saying, I media houses say, one bloggers, no one, and you're careful, sir. One more day, and yet false publication. Now, any media house be obey false publication, Diano. One bed and one be take his media house no on. But Ghanaians, Radio, I'm resisting the temptation to do it. But the director of research, Enoch, is coming on the line to do justice because any area. Now, you be say, Adenti, and a yatrocrat abremo. If Chukwudi Jude has nothing to hide, not so a pen in the crowd. My question, I didn't know to me in Semnano. We've asked him about 10 questions and some form Makumaku edu on Timmy Yininano. When Timmy Yano, and the answer is why? Well, let me go on the line, of course, folks, and speak to Director of Research, Enoch Kofi Ejiro, of course, joins me shortly on the line, and then we'll do some very perspectives. Enoch is on the line. Good evening, Enoch. Many thanks indeed for your time.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm very much fine. Thanks for asking. Enoch, now,
Papa,
you've perused the two documents.
Yeah.
And as we open the investigation tonight, the maiden edition, Osha letters ni mi enwa, krata anwa. One, the one you wrote and their response. Do you see any correlation? And I said, do you see the two letters speaking on one thing, as it were? Was your letter properly addressed to you? Or otherwise, what's your point?
Yeah, I believe that you have been charitable to the situation as far as I'm being concerned. You've been very, very charitable, because when I saw the response from this Chukwudi guy, I realized, as you recall, I was very, very serious, because he didn't address anything. The letter that we sent was centered on 10 specific, areas or questions. And he never responded to any of them. But rather, he decided to choose to issue a disclaimer to who I do not know. And he didn't answer any question. Because the 10 questions that we asked, all of them stem from a particular angle. And there was a very good reason why we were asking. He's been allegedly connected to some fraudulent deals. Allegedly. And therefore, if he were to answer this very question or these questions, it would have made things very easy. But I answered, yeah, opportunity to know what it's about. And he's been comfortable in this country, talking to you without no response for the brain. The girl is with the whole any media house let but let me check that one. Will be sent to legal action will be taken. Ghana na wire for Ghana ha na wire for Nigeria to balu be na no academy to Because I doubt that Nigeria one will be there, Igbo one will be there. I think this between Ghanaian, Igbo and Nigerian to make them kind of comments for Ghana. Now I have into too much trouble to the now that. So answer to your question, there's no connectivity. They don't respond to us. So we are still waiting. And further, also there, if anyone wishes to, or if anyone needs clarification, they should call on them.
Exactly.
Or they want communication, whatever. And so we decided to seek for clarification. And clarification is also one, but if you know what then do we do? Because let them not show, but for not show, I show as the Libyan seek clarification. It's Nana, King of Kings, you seek clarification. Yes, Anka. It is another end. So for me, I can tell you there, but let me go into the whole thing there. Okay, this very man, he has to know how to control his words and how to talk and when not to talk, and he has to learn to, say sorry when to say I'm sorry, and you have to learn how to be, quiet. Sometimes talking too much will get you into trouble. That is the reality. Talking too much. I see, like your friend Omon. Men are waiting. It's watching, a little draw. But this very letter, the man, I was expecting there, like he would have also written to us, either the Hot Agency or the Frontline Show or the CTV, by saying that, in response to your letter dated on this particular date and time, I wish to respond to the following, allegations. The one, blah, 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 blah. So 10 questions. If you cannot answer the 10 questions, the one that you believe you can answer,
Kofi, can I engage you, sir? When you read the entire letter, both yours and his, do you foresee, sir, it was quite crafty on the side of Chukwudi to avoid answering your questions, and his inability to answer your questions in itself also is an admission that whatever that he's been accused to have allegedly done may be true. Do you foresee
Absolutely.
this?
The reason why I personally, I seem to have all the allegations said that, and the questions saying that Okuti happening together with the thing. This man has been inconsistent from the beginning. There is someone who once said this. He has acquired the land. He has acquired the land to build, a village. At the time, let me if you don't say, king of the Igbos. No, you should say, king. Kings do not establish villages. They establish kingdoms. So he needed not to say that, I never made that statement categorically that I'm going to establish a kingdom. No. Per your own title, you are going to establish a kingdom. You don't establish villages. How far as 60 acres of land? We're in the process of acquiring. At the time, he was confused. Now, if you watch his interview with Kevin, TV3, at the time, Kevin asked him that, so do you admit that you made a mistake? So we learn every day, so I admit that we made a mistake. Then the next minute, the guy calls himself a king. Now, this letter called Ben for us, the Igbo palace.
Exactly.
Palace.
So what do you make of this discrepancy?
So the guy is confused. He wants to be a king. And the best thing for him to do now, also could do a king in or back to Nigeria.
It looks like he's quite obsessed. He's obsessed of seeing himself, as a king, sort of. I don't know what
I believe that he's been watching too much, Igbo Nigerian movies, and he wants to live up to that, standard. After the movies, because this guy at a point in time was also even assisting some of those creative, guys. Until last secretary celebrity and Ghana want to ask the one group. Movie industry, this guy has played some kind of role. I think in producing and assisting them at a point in time makes him to feel that I didn't know. And now there, now me see there, now there. But I don't know. This is Ghana. We have our rules. You see, in this country, we have a revered leader, traditional leader, Otunfo, Wakasa na di nyayidin. Yet, I'm not going to casino was anti-memo. Okoro Kenya, you no problem. How much more you and Nigeria? How much more you? It's an insult.
Can you imagine?
It's an insult. And young coffee wants to sort our president, Manchester Muhammad, to be young Papa and address no time now before Babel for office of friend, Your Majesty, Your Majesty. Nothing. Yes, they were Ghana flying from Kitchen to Okukudu, but they don't call themselves kings. You see, Kubale State, Scotland. Mental, I don't want to say mental, because they can't imagine it. I've been to Ghana, you guys been to us today, or you're king of the Kubale State, or Kubala was Scotland. I've been in Scotland for 1 year. One more now, carry, but not this we do so, and they say, no, I know.
Okay, Kofi, I have these questions for you to pick it up quickly.
Sorry.
Shenise. Ebra ye trigger say ma menimra medin komokitu ebi won fra me mu no.
Yeah.
Chukwudi ye fast eba bonten eba responded to say without direct responding say oh wakasi a kire ma me na anso oni ma me kra where about. Nti does that become like a safe place for Chukwudi to respond to eno? Nemom the media house ne de na ye trouble no oni baby asem ni free by na enu mom on timi respond quickly. Many D bear now what you bear say me inside they call 1 month. Who juxtaposing your money me and one? Does that still again brings to bear say no? The guy was running away from the media house and was not ready to cooperate.
He's not going to cooperate, he's not going to answer today nor tomorrow. And if you look at the letter that he issued, it's clear indication that he was very mad, very angry. But the best way to respond is through his Congo guy, that communication guy.
Yeah.
He could have something. And obviously, he's not going to respond to the hot investigation. He was rude to us, very disrespectful. And for me, whatever thing that he did, he could have made things very easy by answering the questions. Then probably we could have decided to say that, oh, let it go. There's no need for us to continue with this or that. But for now, with what he has done, he said he's going to court, so he's going to expand it more. That is what he's going to do. Because when we gave him the questions, a politician showed up. My worry and problem challenge with this politician was that he was supposed to have read, through the letter that we issued. According to him, he didn't, which I find so weird. And then he gave the letter to this, Chukwudi guy. Now, this same Chukwudi guy took the letter, didn't do anything, he didn't respond. He gave the letter to this, and he decided not to also respect us. The letter that was issued now the statement is claiming another one. Baby, I knew a hawk. There's nothing connecting it to hawk. Nothing. So it's a disclaimer. So as it stands, he has not, one, responded to us. Two, per his own submission, what letter not the bear no. Also, media houses that need clarification on the matter should call, his office. We did that. Again, there was no response. So I personally do not know what he wants us to do again and why he's running away from his own shadow.
That's right.
That is one thing I don't understand. You set the rules, now you are running away from the game. And the game is still on. You need to play it.
The game
whether
is
you like
evidence.
it or not. You have to play the game. You set the rules.
And the game is evidence.
That is a fact. I wish I was running a voiceover on this. The way I would have done it, the guy would have run away.
Anyway, Kofi, quickly.
But you see, Kofi, let me consider with this. Chukwudi Jude, let me link it to what happened yesterday. Yesterday, another Nigerian who committed a crime in Nigeria has run to this country.
Yeah.
Okay. Somewhere in 2017, June 10, 2017. A campaign was also arrested in Nigeria. Guess what the name was? The name was Chukwudi, not this Chukwudi guy. That guy was called Chukwudi. I think Chukwudi, Meme, Uramo, something alias Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this guy who was arrested in Nigeria, at the time, I watching no what done too, what Ghana. Okay?
I see.
watching 2017 June 10 when Nigeria watching no, and anyone can Google and find out that Kent who was arrested. How do you call Chukwudi? Meme, how do you call it? Uramo something.
He need to
Evans. About Chukwudi last Evans. I know quite a simple. And when this guy was arrested, at the time, that is 17 number 5 for Ghana. I will use Ghana as a transit point to go to Canada. He was 36 years. And that Chukwudi guy, started robbery at the age of 16. Wow. By 19 years, he stabbed his girlfriend for refusing to marry him. By 36, he was arrested. His name was Chukwudi, an Igbo guy. Was done to Ghana. So what happened yesterday, just as you said, it's not the first time.
Yeah.
Ghana Immigration Service, one more police now, we will put for a bet. And I ban and that's one more police for a bet. Mama Yansu a bet. And you see, Koku, the scary part of this whole thing, yani there. Even Nigeria, I want to have a cell phone. And Ghana has to go for a young no TP's work. I was a customer. If you saw a bano do board or not, I was a customer or Ghana card or could a Ghanaian at one way room. Ghana cast us also the Eberhard, Secretary, those who wafa. Yanshin Neya, in the next few years to come, Ghana young Kumu. Yanshin Neya, Ghana, in the next few years, the Mopoma were kidnapping one was attacked. Has the Nigerian government compensated that family? Because a Nigerian was arrested in connection with that very case. When Mopoma 3-year-old Nigerian was involved. Not just even a Nigerian. As we speak, don't family know what happened. Nigerian government and in Ghana, but what could be this one now? When one current state of mind is here now. And there's a 2 years, what kidnapping one when you want to call your torture one.
Yeah.
Maybe today, Nigerian government, why and who be here now?
Not yet.
So you see, I am not young Ghana food business. For I said, I'm pardon you, fancy. Sometimes I also cry young cockners in Tassie. Or God or your dog will get into me, can she? But nobody can answer Shenye. Because you are Ghana, you saw a corner. But we don't know you safe view. Because in the past, you never do an end to a Ghana, like everything the internet fraud, everything the kidnapping. These are things who movies. But now they are here. I saw the from 80 senior and it was with us. No, what started? Oh, we are brothers and your sisters. Oh, they are not Nigeria for. They are Nigerians who are doing so well in this country. Oh, they are not autonomous. But more the bomb, you have to say, Zambia for, South Africa for, Kenya for, Liberia for. Then yes to everything, Nigerian, you have to bomb. Why? And you are quiet. So for me, the letter near Dama Chukwudi, I still want to use the platform to state categorically clear that the letter that was issued by the frontline show the hot investigations to him or to his office has not been responded to. Because the disclaimer that he issued didn't have any friends that could be linked or connected to Hawk investigations or to what's the name, frontline show or to CTV. There was a disclaimer he issued. So I don't know, maybe he's going to respond to that.
Good.
Tomorrow, I cannot tell.
Very well. Very well. Kofi, you better Sepani the way he has a but quick before you go in the letter now it does appear here he's accepting the challenge of a DNA test. Do you endorse this?
Oh, why not?
Good.
Why not? That's at least, sir, for us as an investigative body, we always chase for the truth. So at least to be about out not to them outside I find not to quote for one. So I'm there, but I don't care no issue. It's time we do like DNA, I know they decide where he wants. They are Brenda Crayon fan. On ever far. If probably that's what he's thinking, I can pay my way through, I can do this, I can do that. It's a DNA, I know what to do. I don't know, probably he will laughing at the wrong side of his cheeks because when the time comes for DNA to be done, Nankasa I will himself in the yard knows that happen. And again, our political leaders, Nankasa or Wadeno, often two and thing there. They need to protect the citizens. You vote a power at the moment, you have one there, often protect other nationals. Protect your people first. And find any other test. I rest my case.
I rest my case. Thank you very much. Director of Research and Kofi Ejiri joins me a while ago. And comedy. Now, folks, Chukwudi say, obey here say my many challenge dear God. Now my many crowd to some message in a bread did I say, Kweku, I am ready. I am ready. By the way, we'll definitely show you the picture of this this very girl. Yet the picture betcha. Now, fi yebema Ghana form wa hane Ghana form wa manone. Ya analysis, critical analysis before the DNA no. Yet ni besi o Chukwudi picture ni abofrano so picture ni Ghanaians. Now mon ya assessment and send a DNA number. It's going to be a serious one. Quickly no, mamemo video in show dia AC na ya Nigeria ni edwane abehye Ghana ho. Nre ya chino we Eastern region. Yes why den. Nigeria new boni a we kodi woni kromo na we be dwane abehye Ghana de Ghana any safe haven. Can you imagine? Watch this video and watch it carefully. Take a listen to the police.
You about an arrest of a Nigerian man suspected to have killed a woman and her daughter in Nigeria and ran to hide in Ghana to avoid the Nigeria police from arresting him. Suspect Victor Benjamin Fujunmi Kum, 26 years, was arrested based on an interception of a viral video, which it was being alleged that he has adopted and murdered a lady who works with the Road Safety Corps, that is FRSC, and her daughter in Abeokuta, Ogun State in Nigeria. The suspect was wanted by the Nigeria police, but he ran to Ghana to hide with his friends at Achim Wenchi, a suburb of Akotia. The Eastern South Regional Police Command, on receipt of the information that the suspect was hiding in his friend's house at Akotia, quickly deployed an intelligence-led operations to arrest the suspect in his hideout at Achim Wenchi in the Eastern region. The suspect is currently in police custody as frantic efforts are underway to hand him over to the Nigerian authorities. Further updates will be communicated, please. On this note, we are entreating the public as a matter of urgency to inform the police about any suspicious movement of any person or group of persons in their communities to prevent crime. We assure the public of sustained operations to deal with any criminal activities in the jurisdiction. Thank you for your audience.
Ghanaians, asamne na da ho no ka kum ye gine kwakonum abrante na afi no mache no a ye de na e back muhu nsam na ye ka no a Ghana mpinimfo se asobracho aswoden honhom eti Ghana mpinimfo mu enti we se Ghana ye nye part of the ECOWAS Treaty abrante we obetimi ewura easy say no so G visa no ura but muhu say because of that we've subjected all the ECOWAS nations Nina abeye crime scenes. Yeah. All the ECOWAS nations, right from Ghana to South Africa to Zimbabwe to all the ECOWAS nations have become what? Crime scenes. Somebody murdered this person, then quickly run, take custody somewhere in South Africa, either South Africa or otherwise maybe Kenya, or just like that. What is this? Okay, before I wrap up, folks, and of course, this is the part one coming. Let me wish this individual happy birthday to you, Miss Mamley, right? Or say, God give you the dew of heaven. And is it what? Is it fatness of the earth? Okay. And keep you. God fill your heart with joy and laughter from Mrs. Elizabeth Mensah of Standard Foundation School. Oh wow, Standard Foundation. Yes. Hey, Standard Foundation, pa. Really? I see. Okay, so Mamle, this is coming to you, of course, from Elizabeth Mensah of Standard Foundation School, and she says, "What? God give you the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and may the Lord be gracious to you and keep you. God will what? Will fill your heart with joy and laughter." All right, so enjoy this day and enjoy it well. Okay, before I end, one of my engineers also has been nominated for the IT Personality of the Year. Yes. And his name is Joshua Kwesi Nuwonu. Yes, one of my IT guys. I'm nominating him for one of the best IT Personality of the Year. Na sebeya obetimi nya saa adewe ene na egu on categories ne na egu on mesrawo obebo modin ana why then you dial a star 920 star then 32 hash so no now wa enter nominee the code so no the code no enter number of votes, confirm amount and details, and the actual enter Momo pin to finish voting on. No why BBA kama. Nominating the code near one. The code near YU207. YU207. The dean in Suna Joshua Kwesi no one. Mr. Pomodiana Yewe Emma the frontline crew. Why? Engineers in the power no. I omoboa me mamedi dwumedi no omo asuna construction of the studio near Munioma in IT Personality of the Year. Mr. Bomodian dial star 920 star 32 hash na wabo ni code no so YU207 na wode bibia ahehye ho kama why Mr. Bomodian na yewe ema the frontline show no. Of course, Minia Nestana so London. Yame adoma Nestana so ebe di dwuma sonko enche Nestana kraba be come ho ba be ko host me wa no. Nestana ebe ye program kese one ye bra Kofi Quarantine be ye interview kese ebi so eba papa folks Bimu be sia mama ge won say fi de wa be ka family no leku su na leku susu me na me pastor Kweku Anan leku su na me shirishira mo ina folks yakopon ya adma Wednesday ni e be hyasie na afi yedi nkomo na kwechire assembly from Wednesday ni be biesu deeper Friday and the to so. Now Chukwudi has thrown in say obey ready say DNA test ebebaso. Now there's nothing ubetimi akọ corrupted DNA manaye. That one my meaning can channel. I'm telling you Chukwudi Jude, there can never be any way you will corrupt the DNA test. We have a top level DNA a year over our DNA test no. Okay? And abofrano so yenim say the pictures be bremu hu ebi so mu hu ye but the pictures na ba beto na ya critical analysis then we go for it. Is it true say wa back Ghana ha enti say ye ka allegation ebe say it's alleged say Chukwudi's first daughter or one wo Ghana and say ewura we answer on it maami we ekwa koshia and I don't know if the current wife no maami ne friend is in if she's aware of all of this. Did she ever hear say allegation say papa na woni my dear look what the mama come on into the rest in the baby. It's going to be an explosive thing folks. The frontline special investigations, of course the frontline investigate special edition of Yashas, and on Wednesday I will come your way same time 8:05 p.m. with my crew, of course great guys at Bomi Chidam Echo Bestmark Online. Editor Keynes was there, executive producer Yamba, and the man indefatigable, credible. Editors at large, Kofi Ansan, and then just gone past, director of research, Eno Kofi Ejiri also came and gave some perspectives on that. So for Wednesday will be another interesting angle where we go deeper into this very soon. Now, issue we Nyankopon ya doma show we here at YouTube no so. Sebe albetin sembias no hu ne bi ye no mesra go back YouTube no kwa o hwa men yes so nkwa na wakohwe no no inform a friend, give it to a friend, give it to a brother, give it to a sister. Expose we mu nsem de ye yemani na egu system no so yeah ye de nima pie gugu kwan so ya trokrata bi so akoma Ghana dwumakuo bi a wo mo ya aware of the citizens arrest no mo ka ho me ya abort ye what is going on ye de ne so emu nsem enche de bebro. Folks, my name remains Kweku and I'm the investigative journalist. I'll come your way same time Wednesday and stay out of trouble and be mindful. The frontline investigations into the self-styled Chukwudi Jude has just begun, the frontline special edition. Bye for now.